What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have Sicksense. Yes, indeed. How about that? Sicksense making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity boobity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Tech, and this is actually Tech's prioritized request for the month of June for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Tech. I hope you enjoy the show. And by the way, by special request, this is actually Tech's birthday, believe it or not. So he asked if I could possibly in any way, shape, or form get this reaction on his birthday, and I said I'll do my best. I'll see if I can make it work, and just so happens we were able to make it work. So happy birthday, Tech. Special happy birthday to you, and I really do hope you enjoy this. Tech wanted to see me react to this. It is Sicksense with a tune called Feed Them to the Wolves. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a minute, hang on a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Sicksense, surprise, surprise, and the video has 58,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Sicksense, Feed Them to the Wolves official music video. Wah, wah, wah.
Damn it.
Official music video coming off the official page. You know what I'm going to say. You already know it, so I'm not going to say it. Now, I was told by Tech that he assured me, like he guaranteed me that this would not get blocked. So I don't know quite how to take that. I don't know. Maybe Tech has ties with the band. I don't know. But in any case, we're just going to hope for the best, and we're going to have to wait and see what happens. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Ah.
Yo guys, got a cool idea.
What's up?
What if we used the sick car that Deli's grandma gave us for our next music video?
This car?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. I think we should all come in hot, all five of us, on pedal bikes. Coming
pedal
hot.
bikes.
Yeah, man.
What's wrong with
be
you, man?
tough. Look tough.
All the
Show no weakness.
Real flash,
Show
dude.
no weakness.
Think
Coming
Poison,
hot.
think Motley Crue.
No,
they don't
coming
have bikes,
hot.
dude. They have flashy cars.
And that would be me. The band's arguing over something like bands usually do, and you know, the lead singer, guitar player, vocalist, they're all arguing, and there I am at the front, usually in the driver's seat, going, oh God, would you guys just please make up your mind? Yep, I can relate, my man, I can relate.
Dude.
I won't go there,
Look,
but
we gotta agree on something.
very true.
Give them what they want to have. understand. Make them give in to every demand. The mob is here and you know it rules. We don't need leaders being led by fools. We all want change and we don't care how. Doesn't matter who suffered back then or now. Nothing's for free, it all comes with a price. One man's burden is another man's vice.
Okay. Tavern Tech did tell me this is new metal, and yeah, it definitely is, without question. I love the guitar tone. The guitar tone's really nice. I think that's one of the biggest things for me in this, is it's really kind of standing out to me. It's got the thickness, it's got the crunchiness, but it's not so thick that it becomes muddy. You can still hear every single attack clear as day. You can hear every subdivision clear as day. He's able to get his tone, and he's able to get his notes to stop on a dime, so that when he does those subdivisions, those quick subdivisions, it doesn't get muddled up. That's good. That's a really good thing. Drumming sounds good. Bass sounds good. Vocals. It's got the hybrid going for it. You hear the grit and growl, definitely. Surprisingly, you got two different vocalists, both doing grit and growl and both doing clean. I like it. I like it. I like that. I like that balance. Because you got three different voicings. You got the grit and growl from both of them. You got the male clean vocal and you got the female clean vocal. It's nice. It's a nice, really nice three-way balance. So far, so good. So far, so good. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes.
How we worship out the moon and the stars, luxuries with the purse without shedding the tears and the sweat and the blood. Force back in your place with your face in the mud. Cause what goes up must come down. The voice of reason gets lost in the sound of complaints with restraints that await to divide. One misstep, find yourself crucified.
Three-part harmony there. Nice bass part. I know in the video we saw the bass player tapping, but I think I actually heard tapping. Hold on. I mean, it's one thing, like I've always said when it comes to music videos are a promotional tool. You don't always believe everything that you see in a music video. There's a lot of times where they take liberties with the visuals as opposed to what you're really hearing. But if I'm not mistaken, I think that bass line actually was tapped. It's tapping. So we had that little breakdown / bridge. Everybody came down. It was tapping. It really was tapping. I mean, I know we saw him doing it in the video, but like I've always said about videos, don't believe everything you see. Quite often they'll take certain liberties and embellishments to make the video look good, but that's not necessarily what you hear. In this case, it's exactly what we hear. Really nice. I wish they would have brought that up in the mix just a little bit more so we could really hear it a little clearer. I had to kind of go digging for it, but I did find it. I did find it. Vocally, I like what the female lead vocal is doing. I really do. Especially in the chorus when they get to that 3-part harmony. Now, look, all they did was they took her vocal and they used Pro Tools and auto-tuning to, layer and stack to create a 3-part harmony. It's not hard to do. It's actually really easy to do. And there's an old saying that nobody is going to sound as good harmonizing with you than you. So if you want to really get a nice sounding harmony, best way to do it is do it in Pro Tools and just copy the vocal line, pitch shift it up a third, major third in this case, and then pitch shift it up a fifth as well. And you stack it up and there you go, 3-part harmony. It sounds very natural as far as the blend goes. Having said that, you can totally tell it's auto-tuned because you can hear the steps when the harmonies move. You'll hear those 3 voices and they'll shift. They shift at the exact same time and it's very sudden. There's no scoop. It's just a literal step like going on a keyboard because that's exactly what they do. They sit there with the keyboard and they will move it. It works. I mean, it gets the effect. It sounds good. And they got to do what they got to do. So that's the best way to do it. Let's finish this out and we'll get to the, I have more I want to talk about, but let's finish this out and we'll get to the review.
I don't want to be dramatic, but the bear is driving the car. You guys should do something. Okay. Well, I mean, for the most part, I liked it. For the most part, I did like it. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Sicksense with Feed Them to the Wolves. This was a request from Tavern Tech, and this was actually Tavern Tech's prioritized request for the month of June for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Tavern Tech. I hope you enjoyed the show. And once again, a special happy birthday to you, Tavern Tech. I'm glad we were able to get this out on your birthday. I'm glad we were able to make things work and make things, happen. So we were able to line it up. So congrats and happy birthday to you one more time. And if y'all could do me a favor in the comments, wish Tavern Tech a happy birthday as well. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Anyway, let's get to this, shall we? Let's get to the score and let's talk about it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.4. Yep, 7.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
As nu metal goes, nu metal is very hit and miss with me. It's very much like power metal. There is some that I like, and there's others I'm not really a fan of, but for the most part, I'm just kind of indifferent to it. Like, it doesn't bother me, but at the same time, I don't love it either. I'm very middle of the road when it comes to nu metal. Now, there are a few nu metal bands that I do enjoy. There are some nu metal bands that I am not a fan of at all, but like I said, probably I would say a good 80 to 85% of nu metal I'm just kind of neutral on. I think I can safely say I'm pretty neutral when it comes to this band. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. It's really good. I mean, it is really good as nu metal goes. There's a lot of things happening for it that definitely work for it. I'm gonna start off in a weird spot, but I'm gonna start off with drumming. Drumming started really good. The drumming started tight. It started very tastefully done with some great fill work, some great setups, and a great pattern that he had throughout pretty much the entire song. Really easy to follow. When it did come time to shift gears, like for example in the breakdown section, it was really nice to hear him lay out it for the most part and let the instrumentation start it off. But then when he did come in, he didn't come back in full blown. You know what I mean? He came in very stripped down, and that gave the song a chance to build and build and build. Very important when you do that, when you're doing breakdowns like that, where you're coming down dynamically, you want to give yourself a chance to build out of it. And the way he did his drumming, it definitely gave him that opportunity. Very smart drumming. The bass playing, probably one of the highlights for me, especially in that breakdown we just talked about. Prior to that breakdown, going into the breakdown, he took on the lead by playing a counter melodic line. That was nice. It was really nice. He didn't play the lead melodic line at all, which I was thrilled because, let's be honest, the bass player really shouldn't be doing that unless the song is geared toward bass. Like, if you're Primus, yeah, by all means, go ahead. Let the bass player, take the lead. Absolutely. But in a band like this, having the bass player take the lead melodic line that was being sung or being played by the guitar player, when I'm having him play it, it would sound really out of place. What he did, playing a counter melodic line, but taking the lead with the counter melodic line, made perfect sense. The tapping. We saw it in the video, and like I've always said when it comes to music videos, don't believe everything you see, because quite often in music videos, they will take certain embellishments, they will take certain liberties to spice up the visual, even though that's not really what you're hearing. You know what I mean? In this case, what you heard was accurate. He was tapping on the audio. I really kind of wish they would have brought that a little bit more up in the mix so we could have heard it a little clearer without having to strain to hear it. I had to do a little digging to find it, but once I found it, it was easy to lock into. The guitar playing. Nothing all that impressive from the guitar from a playing standpoint. I loved his tone. I think his tone was spot on. Not too thick, not too crunchy, so it got muddy, but it still had the thickness and the crunchiness that you look for in metal music. So you could get that nice, heavy, thick tone, but you could still hear the articulation. You could still hear every single attack clean. You could hear every pause, stopping on a dime, without bleeding over, like a lot of other guitar players that we've heard, some on the channel even. No, but his guitar playing was really solid. I had no issue with the playing. I'm just not gonna sit here and go, oh, that's the most amazing guitar playing I've ever heard. No, come on, man, give me a break. No, I'm sorry, you're never gonna hear the most amazing guitar players from nu metal. It's not going to happen. They're solid. They're absolutely solid guitar players. Yes, they all do a great job. Are any of them up to the caliber of like Steve Vai or Joe Satriani or Eddie Van Halen or Stevie Ray Vaughan. No, I'm sorry. No chance. But they all do a solid job, and this guy was definitely mixed right in there with that group. Vocally, okay, here we go. This is where everybody's probably wondering about what I think of the vocals. Well, I'm gonna start with the male vocal. His grit and growl, really nice, really nice. I liked it. Between him and the female vocalist doing her grit and growl, I liked his better. I really did. I think it was fuller. It sounded rounder. It sounded more powerful. I really dug his grit and growl vocal over her grit and growl vocal. Her sounded a little pinched, if I'm being honest. It sounded a little thin at times. His never did. I really dug his. On the flip side, when it came to the clean vocal, I like her clean vocals better than his. And the reason is because I know that hip-hop style of vocalization is very popular in nu metal. I get it. I understand. Not the biggest fan of it, especially when that's all he does. You know, it would have been nice if he had actually stepped away. Like, yeah, do your hip-hop. Yeah, obviously, it needs to be in there. We're talking about nu metal, so it should be in there. But it would have been nice if we had heard some clean vocal from him, some nice melodic vocalizations cleanly from him as well. Unfortunately, all we got was the hip-hop side. And I mean, it works. It does work. I'm just not personally a big fan of it. Her clean vocal sounded really good. It sounded really good. Granted, we could all, listen, we all could hear the auto-tune, okay? We all could. It was there. But her tone, here's the thing about auto-tune. The only thing auto-tune does is pitch correct. That's all it does. So if something's out of tune, it fixes it. That's all it does. Auto-tune cannot fix, and Pro Tools to this day cannot do things like fix projection, fix power, fix tone. I mean, it can fix tone a little bit, but you're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear the fix. Whereas if the tone's just done naturally, you're gonna be able to tell the big difference. All they were doing was pitch correcting, and even then, it was the only time I really heard the auto-tune, obviously, and when it really stuck out was when they would split her voice, layer it, and create those 3-part harmonies with it. That's really the only time you could really hear it. When she was singing solo, I'm sure it was there, but it was so smoothly done, I couldn't tell. So it was nice. It was really nice to hear. Now, overall, look, it's a really good job. It's a really good song. Am I the biggest fan of it personally? No, I'm not the biggest fan of it. But at the same time, like I said, I don't hate it either. So I'm just kind of indifferent to it. It does sound good. I did enjoy it. Will I put this on a playlist? Doubtful. But if it ever came up, and if I ever end up listening to it again, I wouldn't complain. So I wouldn't go to change the channel or fast forward anything like that. I'd listen to it again, you know, and I would have no problem listening to it again. I'm just not going to put on a playlist. That's all. So there you go. 7.4. I feel good with that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So 7.4, final score. I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.